Welcome to Keto Life Support, where we make your keto life sustainable, fun, and low stress. I'm Kim Howerton, and I'll be coming to you weekly with some of my keto besties to bring you the practical, real-world keto advice that you need. Quick disclaimer, I am not a doctor, and even if we do have a doctor in the house from time to time, he or she is not your doctor, and nothing we say on this show should be taken as medical advice. Always check in with a trusted medical professional about your own personal medical concerns.
Hello and welcome to Keto Life Support. This is Kim Howerton with episode number 168. And today we're talking about the S word, or I should say the S words, because today is all about a bunch of words that start with S. So notice something. Now, this may be me projecting. Tell me, is it just me? But I feel like people are kind of stressed out right now. It's stressful. It's just stressful. Everything is stressful. I feel stressed. Do you feel stressed? I feel like you feel stressed because a lot of you are telling me you feel stressed. And one of the things that comes up a lot when people feel stressed out is that things go off the rails. Bad habits creep back in. Bad eating patterns might creep back in. It's just, there's a real vulnerability for a lot of negative cycles to start. That doesn't start with an S, that's a C, but you get the idea. And the word I would like to bring up is simplify. When we're stressed, we need to simplify. And so today's word is simplify. We are going to get down to the simple needs, simple meals, simple food choices, simplify. Because we will tell ourselves when things are stressful that piling more and more and more on, eating snacks, getting a little snazzy, that we need a lot of different things. We start getting into like complicated recipes maybe to distract ourselves. I call it like procrastinating, but it's kind of a stress management technique. None of these are the right choice, in my opinion, in these times when what we need to do is focus on simplicity. So what does that look like? Going back to, meals made up of simple, single ingredients. Even if it's a couple of things on your plate, it's some broccoli, it's some meat, right? It's not very complicated. It's some eggs and bacon for breakfast, right? It's simple stuff. It's not this upon that, upon this, upon that. It's just taking it back to the basics. Am I talking about under eating? No. In a time of stress, make sure you're not under eating. But also you're not overeating. And a way we can kind of fool ourselves to think we're not overeating, but we're actually can overeat, is to make it more complicated than it needs to be. So this is a short episode, yet another S, where I'm just coming to you and letting you know. I feel like people were sending up the bat signal. I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm just hearing from a lot of people here. If you are making it more complicated than it needs to be, that is sometimes a strategy to get away with things, I won't use an S word there, that maybe you shouldn't be doing. And maybe it's time to reel it back in and bring it back to simplicity. So today is a super short episode because I need to make it simple as well. But I want you, if you're feeling overcomplicated, stressed out, pulled in 20,000 directions, where can you simplify your life, simplify your food choices, simplify your good decisions, and move away from overcomplicating as a way to cover up your stress, anxiety, whatever things you're not wanting to deal with right now, and strip away all of the extra and get back to the simple.
Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Keto Life Support. Want more information? Want show notes? Want to suggest a topic? Just head over to ketolifesupport.com. That's where all that kind of thing can go on. By the way, I have a request. If you could go to your podcast host and hit subscribe, we would really, really appreciate it. And what would be even more awesome is if you could write a review. And what would be even more awesome than that is if you could write like a really flattering review. Just asking, you do you. All right. So thanks so much for joining us. I'm thrilled that you're part of the Keto fam. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.